Today is set to be one of the hottest days of the year so far. So Carol has gone to London Zoo to see how the residents there are keeping cool. And, oh my good. It's too early in the morning, Carol, for this kind of frisky nature.
I know, I'm being pecked to bits here, you little rascals. Good morning. I am at London Zoo. I'm with the Humboldt penguins. There are 70 of them here. There's one rockhopper, and as the name suggests, the rockhopper prefers to hop over the rocks than waddle. And they are gorgeous. Look behind me too. You can see the magnificent setting. Every now and again some water vapour comes up. That's to keep the penguins nice and cool. This is Clyde here, who's been the most frisky this morning in terms of pecking. But the weather today, they will need that water vapour on because it is going to be hot and humid. In fact, let me move away from the penguins for a second and I'll tell you all about the weather. We're looking today at some sunshine, and it's also going to be thundery later on. Now, the thunderstorms will be humdingers. They could lead to some problems with surface water flooding, for example. So if we start looking around the country at 9 o'clock this morning and in the south, here we have got a few showers around Southampton, heading in towards Oxfordshire as well. There will be a few showers heading over towards the London area. But as we move further north, up the east coast, it's cooler once again, but we're into drier conditions and also some sunshine. It's the same too across northern England, drier, fine, some sunshine here too. And then as we cross the borders into Scotland, for much of Scotland, it's not as cold a start as it was yesterday. Fair bit of sunshine, except in the north, where we have got a weather front which is producing cloud and also some spots of rain. For Northern Ireland, North West England and North Wales, back into the sunshine again, although South Wales and also South West England seeing some showers, particularly so in the southwest, where you see all the greens and the yellows indicating some heavy bursts. So as we go through the course of the day, the thunderstorms continue to develop, some of them coming up from the near continent. Humidity is going to rise as well, and we will see some torrential downpours as they slowly move northwards. Now, as we move north of that again, into northern England, Northern Ireland and Scotland, fine day away from the far northwest. Temperatures up to about 21, but in the south we could have temperatures easily to the mid-20s, possibly even more than that. And don't forget, it's going to feel all clammy with that. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, it's going to be quite a lively night as those thunderstorms continue to push northwards through the Midlands, East Anglia, into Wales and also northern England. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, some clearer skies, some bits of cloud and also some patchy rain. So we start tomorrow with the thunderstorms across northern England, Wales and the Midlands. Again, there'll be some heavy downpours, but one thing you'll notice about tomorrow is it's going to feel much cooler than it has done of late. In the south, behind that line of thunderstorms, it will be drier and brighter, but they're coming south again during the course of Sunday, but as a very much weak feature. So there'll be patchy rain heading south during the course of Sunday, probably not getting into the far south of England till much later on in the day. And behind it for Scotland and Northern Ireland, well, there'll be a bit more cloud around, some brightness and just a few showers, leading us into a much more settled week next week, cooler than it has been or will be in the next couple of days. And at times there will be weather fronts, just floating with the northwest. Back to you two before I get pecked to death. What's going on down here?
I was wondering where he'd gone.
He's behind me. He loves my equipment.
Who wouldn't, Carol?
I think it's your trainers that he loves.
Run away, Carol! Run, Carol!
I'll see you later.
Bye! They're vicious, those penguins.
She can give it a run for its money, I'm sure.
Can you imagine what the health and safety report would have been like?
What for that?
Would have been a long one. Would have been a long one. The time now is 6:22. How the residents are keeping cool. Here's one cool customer enjoying the sunshine the early morning. Has been attacking Carol as well. Oh, Carol, yes, still under siege. Still under siege, Carol. How are you doing?
Good morning. Aren't they gorgeous, John and Naga? They really are so sweet, apart from when they peck you, and they do quite a bit of that. Anything that's dangling, they really like your shoelaces or the lead that leads from my earpiece down into my gubbins at the back. But they're Humboldt penguins. There's 70 of them here at London Zoo. There's one rockhopper, and as the name suggests, instead of waddling, he likes to hop across the rocks, and we'll see him later on. He's looking for a partner. Sorry, just got up my leg. And you can see too behind the pool that they swim in, and every so often water vapour comes up and that comes up to cool them down out, and they're going to need that today as well, because it is going to be humid here in London as it is in many other parts. Probably easier if I stand up to do the weather. So today the forecast is one of sunshine and also thunderstorms. Most of the thunderstorms will be later on in the day. So this morning what we have is a few showers across parts of southern England. As we move further north, well, it's drier, it's brighter, and we're also looking at some sunnier skies. It's a milder start to the day as well than it has been of late. For Scotland, you're looking at a bit more cloud across the northwest of Scotland, and here at times there will be some patchy rain around as well. So it's a fairly quiet start to the day, but things will tend to liven up as we go through the afternoon. So if we look at the forecast around the country at 4 o'clock this afternoon, starting in southwest England, this is where we do have some thunderstorms. Now, some of those will be humdingers, and as we move across southern counties into the southeast, you can see further thunderstorms as well. They're going to be pushing into Wales and northwards through the course of the day. Could lead to some localised flooding issues, but for Northern Ireland and for Northern England, and actually for Scotland as well,
oh dear.
As it is in the south. Northwest Scotland though hanging on to the cloud, and also some spots of rain on and off through the course of the day. And we'll have more weather later on.
Carol, you may be able to hear us. The problem is you've been getting so close to those penguins. They've pecked your equipment. They've been pecking at you. They've obviously pecked at your equipment, and they've done something with your microphone. We're going to talk to you later on. Bye, Carol.
18 minutes past 7.
And exactly, keep her cool as well, because you've been under a bit of attack today, Carol. Morning.
Good morning, Naga and John. Good morning to you as well. Yes, I have been pecked quite a bit by these gorgeous penguins. Look at them here. Now, Susanna actually looks after the whole penguin enclosure here. Now, Susanna, you don't normally feed them at this time, do you?
Well, they have a little bit of breakfast every single day, but the main sort of feeds that we have here at London Zoo are at 1:30 and 4:30, which are public feeds. And what we do, we throw the fish in the water, and penguins have to hunt for it in the water. So in the morning they have a little bit of breakfast, but not too much.
Now, how do they eat it? Because they've got something with their throats. They do something, don't they?
They do. They have a really spiky tongue. So when they're hunting fish in the water and they grab hold of the sort of slippery fish, they have the spiky tongue that holds the fish in the mouth really, and helps them to feed it down into their belly.
And they've got very strong beaks, I can tell you that from personal experience. Now, the penguins that we have here, oh look, there's Ricky. Tell me about him.
Well, Ricky is a rockhopper penguin. He is at the moment the only one that we've got here, but we're sort of on the lookout for a girlfriend for him. So, yeah, just to get the word out there for him.
He's very attractive, he's quite nubile, very youthful as well. And the other penguins are Humboldts. Tell me a bit about them too.
Well, Humboldt penguins are kind of come from moderate sort of climate, so they're really enjoying this sort of nice warm weather that we're having at the moment. They come from Chile and Peru, so they really sort of live on sort of what we've got here, that kind of environment, sand and nice warm weather, you know, so this is really the kind of day that is really for them.
And I've been stroking them, and you would expect them to be all slimy, but they're not at all.
Absolutely not. They've got nice fluffy feathers. Only when they really go in the water, the feathers really stick together and they become waterproof, but when they come out and when they dry up, they're really nice and fluffy.
I've been watching some of them this morning jumping into the pool, and I must say they move just so quickly underwater.
Absolutely amazing animals. They're perfectly evolved for swimming really fast and hunting the fish in the water, so they're absolutely amazing animals to watch.
Lovely. Well, before I have no equipment left, because this wee one's pecking behind me, I'll get on with the weather. Thank you very much, Susanna. And it is going to be a hot day today as well. You watch your wee back. It is going to be hot. In fact, it's going to be humid as well. There's a lot of sunshine for many of us today, and later we will see some thunderstorms, and some of them will be humdingers. So if we take a look at the general forecast for this morning, right up until 4 o'clock this afternoon, you can see a lot of dry weather, a lot of sunshine, but the showers getting going. And the showers starting off in southern areas, and through the day they're going to move northwards. Now, they will be intense, they're also going to be thundery, and they could lead to some problems with localised flooding. So something to bear in mind if you are travelling, and it's also going to feel pretty humid. But as we move further north into northern England, well, we're into some sunshine, as we are across Scotland, and here too in the northwest there's a bit more cloud around with some patchy rain from a weak weather front. Northern Ireland though, seeing a fair bit of sunshine right the way through the course of the day, and it's been a mild start and the temperature's just continuing to climb. But for Wales, It's the north that's seeing the most of the sunshine. In the south we'll have the showers, and more of those showers coming up through the day. We will see them really pouring down in southwest England as well, thundery with it. They too are all going to be migrating northwards through the course of the day. So through the day, the whole lot start to move northwards. And as I mentioned, they will be heavy, they will be thundery, and it's going to feel really oppressive in the south. Temperatures today getting up easily into the mid-20s, possibly even more than that. For Northern England, for Northern Ireland and for Scotland, it's going to feel much more comfortable in the sunshine. Then as we go through the evening and overnight, well, once again, we've got that thundery band moving north through the Midlands into Wales and also into Northern England. Again, a sticky night, a bit fresher as we move north of that band into Scotland and also Northern Ireland. So for tomorrow, we start with the thundery downpours, again across Northern England, the Midlands and also Wales. Very slowly they're going to retreat southwards. South of it, it'll be dry. North of it, there'll be 1 or 2 splashes of rain. But what you will notice tomorrow is it's going to feel much cooler than it has done. For some of us, a good 5 to 10 degree drop. Then as we head on into Sunday, that band will be moving south, but as a weak feature. So there'll be patchy rain on it, not getting into the far south of England till later on in the day. And behind it for Scotland and Northern Ireland, there'll be a bit more cloud around, but the cooler conditions starting to seep southwards. And for the new working week, it will be cooler, but it'll be more settled, and there will be a fair bit of sunshine around, although at times we'll have some Atlantic fronts flirting with the northwest. I'm going back to help Susanna feed those gorgeous wee penguins. John, and I guess back to you. Look at that one, he's stuffing it in his mouth.
Well, everyone likes a bit of fish in the morning, I suppose. Carol, thanks so much. You know, Carol was telling the truth about the weather, as she always does, of course, because we can show you. Take a look at this view. This is the view we have